Hey, Richard here for Scientific Ketogenics. Now, one of the things when you're trying to really push up the fat content of your food, one of the best ways of doing that is all the sauces you make, load them up with fats. And one of the problems people have is very often when they go to make their own sauces, they don't actually taste anything like what they used to be eating. And that's not so much a problem for adults if they're making some kind of sacrifice or change or whatever. But if you say, well, I'm into a reward-oriented scenario and I have kids who want to maintain their connection with things like ketchup, then you've got to get creative. So here's a food processor. And the reason I'm going to use a food processor is because it emulsifies things. It homogenizes them so much better than anything else. You could try doing this with a whisk, but I pretty much guarantee it won't work. Now, our recipes are always prepared this way. Ingredients from first to last on the left, and utensils laid out on the right. And if I needed a recipe book for this, I'd have Alzheimer's, but I would have that on the right-hand side too. So I'm going to just put a bottle of ketchup in here, and I will point out that this is actually experimental. We just decided we're doing half a dozen recipes today. I thought, well, let's do this one too, just for the hell of it, and we'll see how it comes out, because I do like ketchup. If you have a look at our pizza bites, things like that, I like putting ketchup on pizza bites. But I feel a little guilty when I'm using a sugar-loaded option. So if I can load it up with fat, I'm on the right page. Coconut oil, right, has been warmed in the microwave. It takes about 60 seconds for an entire container to melt the entire container. If it's about half full, like this one, 30 seconds. And I'm going to just throw in, this is a cup measure. I'm going to use about 3/4 of a cup, right, of coconut oil. Then I'm going to, this is a half cup measure, and I'm going to use about 2/3 of a half cup in here. And you can see, can you see that? MCT oil is just totally liquid at room temperature. And so, okay, and you can see how liquid it is. It just runs in there. And the reason for mixing the two of them is this will keep the overall melting point of the coconut oil, along with the MCT oil, a little bit lower, so that it doesn't turn into solid ketchup on you, okay? And so, and whip it for about 2 minutes. Now, look at this. A perfectly smooth texture. And that's basically, tastes exactly like ketchup. Exactly like ketchup. So no compromise, loads of fat. And that's exactly what I want to put on my anything, eggs, anything that I'm cooking that I like ketchup with. Yeah, I'm done.